The gig economy is a term used to describe the trend of organisations hiring people for short-term engagement or gigs, usually through apps. Examples of these include Deliveroo and Uber. People working in this environment may do so alongside a full-time position or as their sole occupation. For each food delivery or journey driven, the workers will be paid. Around 5 million people are employed in such a way in the UK alone, and so it's a contemporary issue because of the rise in popularity of such occupations in recent years, and indeed some of its problems and features have and continue to make news headlines.
Uber is an easy-to-use, inexpensive mobile taxi service. Everything is handled via a smartphone app from which you authorize payments via credit card. Drivers are their own boss as they choose their hours and can receive tips. As Uber operates at a fraction of conventional taxi company costs, they pass savings onto passengers with reduced fares. The gig economy brings with it many negative possible consequences, such as the prevalence of insecurity in the economy. As there is no fixed income, the spending power and security of workers will fluctuate constantly. Furthermore, there's no proof of salary, which means it is unlikely to get loans from banks or third parties. Typical overtime work doesn't exist, but this is nullified by the fact that you can essentially work how much you'd like to. Usual job training or retraining that corporations and governments offer also does not exist, so it isn't easy to develop your career initially based on the field without reputation. There's also other various psychological effects on workers whose wages constantly change, do not have a dedicated position in society, and don't have the aforementioned security, ultimately causing stress.
The companies in the gig economy are not providing their workers with the proper health benefits, so in our case, the Uber drivers are not gonna get the NHS insurance. Furthermore, the Uber drivers are not able to be a part of decision making processes compared to people who are working on a full-time jobs. Also, the companies in the gig economy are not paying such an important thing as a sick payment and holiday payment.
Regarding the positives of using Uber, consumers benefit from lower prices compared to other taxi companies existing in the market. Also, from the electronic payment that is made through the mobile app, which is very convenient. Except from the consumer economy takes also advantage of more technological improvements and innovation in the sector, as well as from the collection of taxation from drivers' wages, which helps the economy to perform better. Lastly, Uber increases competition in the market, which eliminates power of monopolies.
Uber's pricing model is dynamic, changing the price to equalize supply with demand. If there is high demand for rides and few drivers on the road, the price increases, motivating more drivers to work. There are not significant barriers to entry, since it is easier to get a license compared to regular taxis. Moreover, drivers can rate their customers, in this way promoting quality and safety by deactivating Uber accounts of consistently low ratings or reports of unsafe behaviors towards drivers.